Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and with AI penetrating pretty much every corner of tech in 2025, it was only a matter of time before it made its way down to smaller tech like smart rings. Well, this is the Lunar Ring, and it's the first smart ring that I've used with its own AI coach. But is it a false start, or does it really have some legs? Let's take a look. Now, full disclosure, Luna did send over the ring for the purpose of this review, however I wasn't paid to do so, they had no editorial rights, and all the thoughts and opinions in this video of course are my own. Now of course it will be linked in the description down below, but it's completely up to you guys if you want to get it or not based on this video. So with that out of the way, let's get to the unboxing. So unboxing wise, it's actually a pretty nice package here that you've got. As you can see, a Lunar Ring on the top, you've got some Noise branding just on the side here, and for me, I actually wasn't aware of who Noise were before they sent over this product, but they've got a ton of different smart tech options, smartwatches available on their website, which of course I will link in the description down below. You've got a little bit of information on the back there in regards to what actually comes in the package, but then once you actually get into it with this nice magnetic front door, you've got a really nice overall presentation here. It really does kind of fit that premium price tag, which we'll go on to in a moment. Now, before we get to the ring, you do have your accessories section just in this little pull out drawer at the bottom here, and this again is just going to be your standard accessory pack for a smart ring like this. You're going to have a USB-C to C cable, which in all honesty is a pretty nice braided cable, and then you're going to have a little bit of paperwork with regards to warranty details and also a quick start guide, which again is going to be pretty much the same depending on every smart ring you go for, which is charge the ring, download the application, use the ring, and you're good to go. And then we obviously have the ring itself, which is under this nice covering, and again you've got a ton more shiny plastic and cardboard in here, so yeah, it looks kind of cool and it kind of fits that Lunar name that we're going for. So just placing the ring off to one side just there for a second, we then also have the charging stand. And this is going to be your standard stand, it's going to be matte black, looks really nice, rubber ring at the bottom so it doesn't slide around everywhere, and then all you're really going to be doing is just placing the ring down onto the top of the charger here, and you're pretty much set and ready to go. Now obviously it uses USB-C for charging, and it also has some grooves at the top there along with an LED indicator light, just so you know that you're getting your ring exactly lined up as you need it to be. So you do then also have a plastic ring which is included in the ring sizing kit, which you'll get once you order a Lunar Ring. Now the whole point of this is it has these divots in the bottom here that basically represent these sensors, and you can get different sizes to find that perfect fit. And what you really do with this is wear it for maybe 2 or 3 days in hot, cold temperatures, pretty much every day when you can do, to get that perfect fit. Now for me, I always have to go for the largest size, but it's just the one that fits best on my middle finger, which is where I prefer to wear a smart ring, because again, sometimes they can be a little bit bulky from time to time. And then of course we have the Lunar Ring in the Stardust silver color that I've got here, which again looks super nice. Now don't get me wrong, I do prefer a matte black option when it comes to smart rings, just for a little bit more stealth, but it does also have a nice little bit of an accent on here that kind of breaks up the standard ring design that you most get on smart rings, but in general looks nice, but again not too different to the competition. And then of course on the inside of the ring you've got all of the sensors that gather all the information and data that gets transmitted over to the application side of things. Now of course if you've been using the plastic ring to get the sizing, once you actually get your Lunar Ring, it's going to be a perfect fit, and again it doesn't really feel too dissimilar. Yes, it's a little bit colder for example because it's made of metal, but in general the actual fit side of things is pretty much perfect compared to the testing ring, so good job. So with the unboxing out of the way, let's get on to the design. And in all honesty guys, the design of smart rings for 2025, or just in general moving forward, they can kind of be integrated from one ring to another. They pretty much all look the same at this point. So it's a ring, it's made of some sort of metal, usually titanium like the Lunar Ring here, and all the sensors are housed in some sort of hypoallergen lining. However, the Lunar Ring does have a slightly raised middle section that kind of adds a little bit of flair to a kind of boring design. It's a ring, you can't really do too much with it at this point. Also with that marking, it means you can always get the ring right side up instead of wondering if the sensors are in the correct place. You can also get the Lunar in 5 colorways with both matte and glossy finishes, so hopefully you can find one that suits you. I have it here though in the Stardust Silver. Now of course when you order yourself a Lunar Ring, you will get a ring testing kit, which is basically a selection of different sized plastic rings that you can wear for 2 to 3 days to get that perfect fit. And I'll mention it here because I've done so in pretty much every ring review that I've done here. I always have to get the biggest size available. And I wouldn't consider myself a big guy necessarily, so if you're looking to get a Lunar Ring or just in general a smart ring for the purpose of working out, then maybe a fitness tracker or smartwatch with way more sizing options is going to be a better option. However, I do like the overall design of the Lunar Ring, but it's hard to stand out from a crowd when everyone's using the same design trends for these smart rings. But like I mentioned beforehand, it's kind of hard to add your own flair, design, or make it look any different without sort of losing that ring functionality fancy and the point of it just looking like a normal ring. Now it's a good time to go over the price of the lunar ring. Now one thing that I do like is it doesn't make any difference at all which colorway you go for. If you go for matte black or the rose gold option, you're going to be paying the exact same price, and that's also the same depending on the size. If you get the smallest or the largest option, it's all going to be the same price across the board, which is going to be $300. Now occasionally they do have some coupons on their website to get a little bit of a percentage off, but realistically most of the time you're going to be paying $300. And that is just the outright price, because again with the lunar ring they make a big deal about saying that there's no subscription model. Now yes, that's nice, but I also don't think there should be a subscription model in general. However, realistically that kind of makes no difference because one of the best selling smart rings does have a monthly fee attached to it. So I think really what people are looking for is a ring that feels nice and also gets all of the data and all of the information that they need. Which brings us on nicely to the features and tech behind the lunar ring. So Lunar is backed by Bose, launched by the third largest smartwatch brand Noise, and has been tested by Philips Biosensing Labs to give a claimed 98.2 accuracy when it comes to the overall stats. The lunar ring also has 70 biometric signals plus 3-axis motion sensors. This of course allows it to gather data on blood oxygen, heart rate, calories, skin temperature, menstrual health, sleep, steps, plus a ton more. Now of course with it being a smart ring you don't have any sort of screen or any way to actually interact with the ring. All it basically does is take all the information from the ring and put it into the lunar application. So it basically syncs throughout the day or whenever you open the app. And realistically it's actually a pretty nice app in general. It's well designed, it looks nice, and it has got a ton of information. Just on the front screen you have loads of info with regards to all of the statistics and all of the sensors and all the information that it can get, but if you want to dig a little bit deeper and find out some of the reasons behind some of this data, then you can do. So if we look at sleep for example, you have what you should be getting and what you got, your daily readiness, plus all the info on sleep contributions like REM sleep, light and deep sleep. Honestly, there is a ton of information here. So it means you can, if you want, just look at it from a top view of I got this many hours sleep, but then if you wanted to, you can think to yourself, yeah, but why is that? Can I improve that? Can I change that? And chances are this data can help. And this surface level look followed up by the next level of stats comes into pretty much any of the biometric signals that it can pick up on. If we're looking into a little bit more information with calories, steps, activity, sleep, whatever it may be, you've got multiple different layers to kind of get as much information as you want to get out of it. The app is also broken into 5 different sections on the bottom, being home, sleep, readiness, activity, and the AI side of things with Lunar AI. Now once you get onto the screen, it will give you some kind of general suggestions about your data and what it's found so far. So for example, if you're not sleeping great, it may offer to help with sleep latency, how to get more sleep, optimum time to go to bed, that sort of stuff to kind of help out from time to time. You also get a nice daily digest of all the other information that I just mentioned if it's all a little bit too much, you just kind of want to maybe have a look at it from a glance perspective. Now you can also talk to or type to Lunar AI to basically ask it some more specific questions to get a little bit of help. Now one of the things I like about speaking to Lunar AI is it is going to be contextual for certain things. So if you ask it for example, how can I lose weight quickly, and then you can also ask it a follow-up question if it suggests doing sort of cardio, running, all that sort of stuff, and say, well actually I've kind of got bad knees for example, it will then tweak and change what it's giving you to kind of help out moving forward. Now, don't get me wrong, this is no different to something like Google Gemini, ChatGPT, or Apple Intelligence. Well, okay, it's a little bit different to Apple Intelligence because Lunar AI is actually helpful in some situations. Now, one thing that I wish Lunar AI done was actually get a little bit more information from the application side of things and the data from the ring. So for example, if you set yourself a step goal of say 10,000 steps, you can't go in halfway through the day and then say, how many steps have I got left? It just doesn't have that information and it can't get it from the app for some reason. And that would be a great feature to discuss the data in the app with Lunar directly. However, at this stage, you can view the information in the app and then ask more general questions to get a little bit of guidance. So while it's not game changing, it's nice to have it all in one place instead of going into, again, Gemini for example to ask it about workout and then going back to the application to look at the info. You've got it all in one place, so it's nice and easy. Now realistically, with all the information that the ring gathers and takes over to the application and just the amount of info in the app, it's probably one of the most feature-packed smart rings that I've ever tried. Now, the battery side of things on smart rings has always been good, and with the Lunar ring, you're going to be getting around 6 full days on a single charge. Now, it can be charged from 0 back to 100% in around 2 hours, which is a little bit long, and it uses kind of a standard USB-C dock situation where you place the ring down, it charges, you're good to go. Now, the best way that I found about doing this is actually just putting it on charge a little bit from time to time. So for me, if I'm getting ready in the morning and I'm having a shower, I might just pop the ring down to charge then, maybe for sort of 30 minutes a day, and that gives me plenty of juice that I need to go throughout the whole day, into the next day, sleep tracking, steps, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, battery life is pretty darn good. And that's going to do it, guys, for this video on the lunar ring. It's a great piece of tech with so much information, it can be a little bit overwhelming from time to time, but the app makes it nice and easy to get the data that you want. Like I mentioned, Lunar AI is a really good start, but I just wish that it could gather all of the information that's in the application to give me more specialized and more unique answers. And of course, the overall battery life means that you're good to go at any point. But of course, let me know in the comments section down below if you guys have currently got a smart ring, or if you're looking into getting one moving forward, and if AI is a big factor when you're looking at smart tech in general. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give a thumbs up down below, and if you're not already subscribed, now is a great time to do so. And of course, once you've hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.